Let us all enter into manifesting powers, where we are going to manifest this initiation from Swamiji and receive this initiation as our very own experience. I request all the participants. Today we've been manifesting the power of being able to see what people's thoughts are, what a person is thinking about. We're manifesting the power of clairvoyance, mind reading. Now, we are all going to be manifesting this power a little bit more advanced level. In this round, what each of you are going to be doing is your partner is going to think of an incident and you're going to scan and identify what exactly is that incident. And you're going to see how, using the third eye, connecting to Swamiji, you're going to see the exact incident that your partner is visualizing. Shall we all start? Can I request each of you here to take a moment and please connect to a partner? Please take a moment. I request you all to connect to a partner. Please identify and connect to a partner. And once you connect to a partner, your partner will share whatever aspects that they want to manifest. When they, for example, their partner can visualize, let's say, their birthday party or a wedding day or some event of their life. You're going to scan and identify exactly what they are visualizing, the exact incident that they are visualizing. Connect to Swamiji, scan and identify in detail. Whatever incident that they're thinking, you'll be able to clearly see it. Connect to Swamiji and Swamiji will show it to you in detail in your third eye. Chant the Mahavakya.
Paramashivoham Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham Om Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham Om Nityananda
Request every one of you to share. How many of you have started manifesting? How many of you are able to clearly see the details when you are connecting to your partner? You're beginning to see the details. Actually, when you start manifesting this power, you will be able to see all the aspects, whether the incident, the kind of all the details. You'll be able to see it. Swamiji will reveal it to you in the third eye very detailed way. So you will be able to start seeing and describing all of them. And now we're going to be entering into the next session where we understand about how the entire universe functions, how this entire cosmos function, what the whole universe runs upon, based on, and how the conscious sovereignty can be manifested. This is the next session that we're all going to be listening to. And I request all the participants, every one of you, please make notes. Whatever powerful cognitions you're having, different cognitions that you're clicking with, please make notes and store each of them so that you can learn and you can have a journal of all the powerful cognitions that you are receiving through these sessions. Let us now enter into the next session.
Listen. Paramashiva introduces himself as he is in Vedas and Agamas and Puranas. Paramashiva introduces himself how he is manifesting to teach Agama as Sadashiva. As Sadashiva, he manifests with 5 heads, 10 hands, teaches Agama. Through these 5 heads, he does these 5 actions. Manifestation. It's called Srishti. Manifestation. Then Sthiti. Sustenance. Then Samhara. Rejuvenation. Then Prabhava. Pulling out of delusion. Then Anugraha. Liberation. Listen. Listen carefully. Sthiti. Sthiti means maintenance. The first action is Srishti. Second is Sthiti. Third, Sthiti means maintenance. First, Srishti, manifestation. Sthiti, maintenance or sustenance. Samhara, rejuvenation or dissolving or destruction, whatever word you want to use. Samhara, literally the word samhara means transformation, rejuvenation. One becoming another. So listen carefully. Srishti, manifestation. Sthiti, maintenance. Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. This is the universe. This is Prapancha. Universe word is too small. Whether universe or multiverse, all these words are too small. Prapancha is also too small. Paramashiva is the only word I can use because that is the ultimate word. No other word can be used even to describe Paramashiva. Understand? The Kailasa knowledge, Paramashiva Jnana, is principles. When that comes to Sanskrit, it becomes concepts. When that comes to English, it becomes long sentences. That is what I am explaining, I am expressing. Please understand. Meditate on this. Meditate on this Paramashiva Jnana. You will manifest Paramashiva Vijnana. Understand? Meditating on this trains your brain, awakens the most subtle brain grooves for me to infuse Kundalini in you. In black hole, where the time is constant, you don't die. This is the foundation, fundamental idea you need to know about time. See, every truth I am telling you, I am inserting that into your being and initiating you into that. I am initiating you into that. These truths should be heard from a being who has experienced it. I have experienced it. I am here to give these truths to all of you. Black hole becomes white hole the moment you know the truths about the black hole. Black hole does not kill you because the time is constant there. It is not moving. Many people who are working to understand the secrets of the universe try to raise a doubt. When there is so much matter generated during the Big Bang, why so much antimatter is not generated? The question is wrong. Please understand. Matter and antimatter is always in balance. If any one gets imbalanced, immediately the Big Bang or black hole has to happen to balance it. Understand? Overflowing matter, overflowing antimatter need to be in samana for maintenance, means sthiti. Please listen carefully. From the influence of the antimatter, matter manifesting is Big Bang. From the influence of the matter, antimatter manifesting is black hole. If there is a sustenance, life perception, matter and antimatter is balanced, enough and equal amount of antimatter also is produced when matter is produced. Antimatter means, listen carefully, Paramashiva clearly defines all the thought currents, emotions, patterns, which is there in all of us, which is responsible for our functioning, but which is not perceived as material, is antimatter. listen, which is there in all of us, patterns, emotions, thought currents, feelings, experiences, which is responsible for our functioning, our existence, which matters for our existence, but which is not perceived as material, is antimatter. Enough quantity of antimatter also is released along with matter. Person who understands antimatter matters for life starts making the cognitions related to antimatter. I tell you, how much you avoid poison, poisonous food, toxics in your system, that much you need to avoid toxic patterns and poisonous patterns. But unfortunately, you always recognize matter as existence and never recognize antimatter. You don't give the due right to the antimatter in your life and fail, land in accidents and collapse. If you cognize the higher reality about the antimatter, your life will be a powerful manifestation of completion, fulfillment, higher form of existence. Understand? The first powerful cognition you need to cognize, whatever you perceive as matter, existence of your life, equivalent amount you need to perceive, cognize the antimatter component of your life. Antimatter, avyakta, unmanifest, drives the matter. Antimatter is the energy source of the matter. The avyakta manifests as vyakta, and avyakta continues to be the driving force of the vyakta. Unmanifest continues to remain as the driving force of the manifest. I was reading the last article written by Stephen Hawking on black hole. They were trying to explain that happens to the mass gets into black hole, and I'll tell you precisely what Agama explains. Black hole does not have temperature. Understand? Temperature is there only in the field of length, breadth, depth. Black hole actually happens in the field of time and space. Understand? The length, breadth, depth is human beings' perception of black hole, not black hole itself. Black hole exists grounded in space and time. In space and time, there is no temperature. In length, breadth, depth, there is temperature. In space and time, there is only memory. Memory does not have temperature. It has a tendency to instigate certain temperature in length, breadth, depth. Memory can instigate temperature, can create certain temperature in length, breadth, depth. But that by its nature does not have temperature. What we perceive as black hole is if I have to give an example, the poor man's imagination about rich man's life. poor man's imagination about wealthy life. What we perceive as black hole is not black hole. It's an outermost side effect of the black hole. In original, exact source of the black hole, which is the tongue of Ahora Muha of Sadashiva, there is no length, breadth, depth, and there is no temperature. Actually, in the core center of the black hole, there is only time and space. Memory of the mass is carried. The knowledge and information, the pattern of the mass is carried, not the mass itself. By the time the length, breadth, depth, the mass loses all its characters, which defines them as mass, including temperature. Understand? If you understand all your components, you can see very clearly every moment Big Bang and black hole is happening in your system. You are the microcosm. If you understand the Big Bang and black hole in the microcosm, you will understand the Big Bang and black hole in macrocosm. If you understand how mass is reduced to memory when it moves into time, you will understand how your soul takes next birth. Your soul loses its length, breadth, depth, but it does not lose memory. It carries the memory and moves into time and assumes the next body. That is why I always insist that if you commit 100 murders, maybe as per country law you will be punished. In the cosmic law, the pattern of committing murder will come with you and torture you. Patterns are more torturous than any prison of the country law. Understand? Sometimes the patterns may not make you do actions, but the way they create conflicts in you, the conflicts you go through within you due to the patterns is called hell. Integrating you, uniting all components of you, and making you powerful is yoga. Theoretical physicists are wondering, they are trying to understand the temperature of black hole. If they come to the conclusion there is a temperature, they feel black hole may just evaporate at one day and disappear. Then what will happen to the mass and how the memories are carried? How the knowledge is alive without destruction? All these questions they are not able to answer, unfortunately. But very precisely Agama reveals all these truths. Paramashiva reveals all these truths in Agama. In length, breadth, depth, mass as temperature. When it moves to the next dimension of time, it loses all the qualities of temperature It just becomes just memory, knowledge. Actually, black hole is happening in the connecting space of time and space. The zone where the time and space is touching each other, that's where exactly the eye of the black hole is there. What we try to understand through the length, breadth, depth, maybe the happening, the side effect or the outermost effect of the black hole, not the black hole itself. Black hole has nothing to do with length, breadth, depth. It may create some effects in length, breadth, depth, but it exists in time, space. Same way Big Bang. Big Bang happens in space. Maybe the length, breadth, depth we are seeing is the effect of the Big Bang, but not the Big Bang itself. Understand? If you try to understand the Big Bang happening in you, black hole happening in you, how your actions becomes memories and carried by you while you go to dream state and deep sleep state, and you bring it back in the dream state and manifest it and then come out and manifest it in the waking state. If you see this whole, you will understand every day black hole happening in you, Big Bang happening in you. Then you will understand how various components of you need to be integrated. Nityananda Yoga is specifically designed to integrate you, bring integrity and unite all your components. Start practicing Nityananda Yoga. You will integrate all components of you and manifest powerfulness. The mandala space plane, which has a capacity to produce many planes, is called Brahma. The heads of that Brahma is being swallowed by the black hole. Understand? I am trying to give the description as closely as your logic can understand. Your logic can visualize. Brahma means space which can produce multiple spaces. Brahma is the energy which can manifest multiple energies. Like a sun is a star which can manifest many stars. Brahma is a zone, space, mandala, which can manifest many mandalas, zones, spaces, stars. That Brahma, his face is being swallowed by Kalabhairava, who manifests from the southern face, the Aghora face of Paramashiva. That is the beautiful story of Kalabhairava wearing the skulls of Brahma. Kalabhairava cuts the head of Brahma and wears as a garland. If you see all Kalabhairava deity, he will be wearing the skull garland. It's not ordinary human skull. It's a Kalabhairava's skull. Sorry, Brahma's skulls. Kalabhairava's skull mala is made of Brahma's heads. It's not ordinary human skull mala. He is wearing Brahmasiras, Brahmasiro maladari. The Brahma's heads are worn as garland by Kalabhairava. Deeply listen. Paramashiva, his 5-phase creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, putting in delusion, liberation. This 5-phase, Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, Tirobhava, Anugraha. In this 5-phase, the Samhara, rejuvenation phase, from that manifests Kalabhairava, cosmic black hole that swallows Brahma's heads, Brahma Kapalas. Paramashiva, as Kalabhairava, wears the garland made of Brahma's skulls. What is the Brahma's skull, Brahma's head? The star which produces stars is Brahma's head. I'll narrate a story. Understand the truth behind the story. So you can understand the principle I am going to explain. The principle I am going to explain is science of rejuvenation through collective integrity. You can understand that principle if you understand this story. All of us know Paramashiva gave Sudarshana Chakra to Vishnu. O Parandama, forgive me. In any way, I portray you, create any misunderstanding knowingly or unknowingly. I'm just trying to narrate the story of Kailasa in the human language, which is very inadequate. Air is language, not the spirit or intention. Listen to the story. I am not showing Parandama, Mahavishnu, in any way lower. But when I am talking in the logic, in the language, which you all understand, it is always the comparison of higher, lower. So when I say Paramashiva gave Sudarshana Chakra to Vishnu, don't think Vishnu is some way lower. He is far more superior than you and me. So be very clear about that. So because of the language I am using, Don't think, oh, Vishnu. Oh. So, all of us know that Vishnu did tapas towards Paramashiva, and Paramashiva gave Sudarshana Chakra for Vishnu to protect this creation. And once Daksha, the Brahma's son, did tapas towards Vishnu and got the boon, Vishnu should protect him forever. Vishnu also gave the boon. And unfortunately, Daksha messed up with Paramashiva directly in the issue of Sati, means his daughter, Daksha's daughter Sati. She wanted to be with Paramashiva, but Daksha had his own opinions and he is so highly opinionated due to his ego and arrogance, and he tried to fight with Paramashiva, and that stupid things were going on, and in his extreme attachment for his daughter, he started going against Paramashiva, but finally he went against his own daughter. That is the delusion and the blind spots. When you create a delusion and delusion-based anger and violence, it will not be directed only towards your enemy. It will be directed even towards the people whom you love, and finally it will direct itself towards you, and it's like a suicide. That is why the blind spot centric arrogance, the delusion based arrogance and violence is always not just murderous, it is suicidal. So this guy Daksha got into that mess. And again I wanted to tell you all, based on this story which I am narrating, don't try to underestimate Daksha also. He is surely far higher than you. So these are the stories from the different plane. So remember that and learn only the truth. Learn the truth that you should not get into the deluded arrogance and deluded violence and deluded vengeance. Learn the truth and don't try to judge Daksha. Anyhow. So this Daksha did a yajna, disrespecting Paramashiva without offering the offerings to Paramashiva. Sati came directly, Parashakti came directly to teach lesson to Daksha, but unfortunately Daksha not only did not listen. See, when your deluded arrogance and anger is directed towards Paramashiva, then naturally it destroys you. So this fellow, his extreme attachment to his daughter, he developed anger towards Paramashiva. Finally, that same anger, due to his delusion, he directed it towards his own daughter, for whom he developed anger towards Paramashiva. And then finally that anger destroyed him. He directed that same anger on Sati, and Sati just gave the body back, the body given by Daksha. She just threw it back, because Daksha prayed to Devi Parashakti and begged for Parashakti to come down as his daughter. But the fool has forgotten. He brought Parashakti herself as his daughter. and he became deluded. Anyhow, you all know the story that she gave up the body Daksha gave and showed her original form of Dasamahavidya, that she is Parashakti. And then Paramashiva manifested as Veerabhadra to come and teach a lesson to this Daksha's arrogance. Vishnu is caught because he gave a commitment to Daksha. He gave a word to Daksha that he will protect Daksha forever. He has to maintain his integrity. So, when Paramashiva came directly to finish the Daksha Yajna in the form of Veerabhadra and Daksha to teach lesson to the Daksha and Daksha's, to remove Daksha's arrogance, Vishnu saw what can be done. One side, my integrity, my commitment to my disciples, my devotees, that I have given a word, I will protect him forever. Other side, Paramashiva. What to do? He decided, okay, let me try my best to keep my words. With all Paramashiva gave me. So, he took the Sudarshana Chakra and said, Paramashiva, this is the greatest weapon you gave me to protect this creation. And I have given a word to this fellow, Daksha, that I have to protect him. Because I gave a word, I will protect him forever. My maximum capacity to protect is Sudarshana Chakra. Now I am sending this towards you to protect my integrity, to keep my integrity. So he sends the chakra towards Paramashiva. Simply one of that Brahma Kapala, which Paramashiva was wearing, that Kapala just swallowed that Sudarshana Chakra. Like a murku. And if you know the Indian snack murku, how you grab the murku and smash in your mouth. Same way, one of the Brahma Kapala Paramashiva was wearing, it just grabbed that Sudarshana Chakra and bag over and kept it under his teeth. And then Vishnu looked at Daksha and said, see, my maximum capacity is my Sudarshana Chakra. I have sent that. So I have tried everything possible by me to keep my words, to protect you. Now, nothing more can be done. And he returned to Vaikuntha. He went back to Vaikuntha. And of course, you all know the story that Veerabhadra came and cut the head of Daksha to teach lesson and remove his arrogance. Then Daksha's wife comes and cries to Mahadeva and prays to Mahadeva. And Mahadeva says, I am not against him. I am only against his arrogance. So, he is not my enemy. Only the part of his arrogance is need to be removed. The arrogance need to be taught a lesson. So, he removes the cancer and gives him back a different head, a goat head, and gives life to Daksha. This story has a very deep significance. Women's Muladhara Chakra, man's Sahasrara Chakra. This too is the source for a child to manifest. So, it is this fellow's arrogance. From that biomemory, Sati's body also had one component. That is the reason Sati gave up that very body So naturally, if his head is punished, that is enough. He doesn't need to lose life. You all need to know, life is prior to body and it will continue to exist even after body. The beauty of studying Hindu Puranas, it is not just history, it is principled, philosophically defined, real history. All of you need to know. That is why only if you understand the philosophy, you will understand Hindu histories are far more true, factual, real, right than the so-called modern human histories. So-called modern human histories. So if you study even one Purana, you will understand all the major cosmic principles and truths completely. It's a very powerful revelation, very powerful truth. So Paramashiva just removes only the tumor, gives life back to him with a goat head, and the story goes. All this is okay. But in this whole drama, Vishnu lost Chakra, his Sudarshana Chakra. Now, how he will protect the world? He has to protect the world, his devotees. There are so many things need to be done, which is dependent on his Sudarshana Chakra. Then he prays to Paramashiva, starts meditating again, doing tapas. Mahadeva, please give that Sudarshana Chakra back. I have to maintain this universe. I have to protect this universe as per your order. Because you ordained me to protect this universe. In this, I got into the mess by giving a commitment to Daksha. I never imagined this fool will go against you and create a mess for me also. It is extremely stupid. So Kalabhairava appears and asks Vishnu, come on, tell me, what do you want? Vishnu says, give me that Sudarshana Chakra back. And Mahadeva just looked on the skull garlands he was wearing. Hey, where is that Sudarshana Chakra? Who is having? One skull said, I'm only having it's in my teeth. I just grabbed it because I was the nearest one. When the chakra was coming, I just grabbed it and it's in my teeth. And Mahadeva says, hey, give it back to him. That Brahmakapala said, Mahadeva, I am ready to give now because I always obey your order. Immediately I'll give it back. But I want him to do completion. How dare he sends his Sudarshana Chakra towards you? Let him reenact how he did it. Then I'll give it back. See, listen. Without the background music, you see anyone's dance, it not only it lose the context, you will laugh like anything. Without the background music, if you see anybody's dance, you will laugh like anything because it will look like a joke. comedy. Same way, without the emotion, see, when somebody acted out of anger, without the anger, same emotion, same spontaneity, if that person acts out the same thing, it will look like a comedy. Completion is all about making all your past lose its importance or its power over you. So now, Vishnu does the same act. How he spontaneously sent his Sudarshana Chakra without the same emotion. Then this Brahma Kapala, he laughs loudly. In that loud laughter, that Sudarshana Chakra comes out and falls on the ground. And Vishnu touches Mahadeva's feet. From the Mahadeva's feet, he receives the Sudarshana Chakra. O Parandama, forgive me. Anyway, I portrayed you in a dim light. All of you, listen. Once again, I want to repeat. Don't ever underestimate Parandama Mahavishnu listening to this story. The story is told to show the greatness of Paramashiva, but not to show Parandama in any dim light or low idea. So be very clear. Understand the principle. Don't try to have low idea even about Daksha. So these cosmic stories, just understand the principle I am trying to convey. Don't try to do your own gadbad, your own judging and creating mess. In Sati's whole existence, the deep devotion of mother, but the arrogance of the father, both got into her system. The muscle memory of the deep devotion of mother made her fall in love with Paramashiva, but the arrogance strain came from father's biomemory. That made even Sati disobey Mahadeva and come from Kailasa to Mayapuri. Mayapuri is the present day Haridwar. To teach lesson to Daksha. Mahadeva told, hey, he will not listen. Listen. She should have obeyed Mahadeva's strategy. But the strain of Daksha, because of Daksha's own biomemory, she thought she can teach a lesson to Daksha. She taught a lesson in a different way, but anyhow, understand the story, whatever has happened. And the multiple important truths you need to understand. Even if the black hole swallows, the thing swallowed by the black holes does not die. It continues to exist in a different plane. For example, if the Brahma's head is cut off, it is supposed to be dead. That's why the world calls it as a skull. But that skull is not dead. It is so powerful even to swallow the Vishnu chakra. Sudarshana chakra like a muruk snack. So listen carefully. You don't have death. There is nothing called destruction. I am only saying, die after realizing there is no death. Don't die before that. Because if you die before realizing there is no death, you may have death, but not the real undying experience. Listen carefully. Even if you die by being with Guru, he will show you the undying component of you when your body stops functioning. Even your death will be liberation. If you die without Guru, you may have death, but not the liberation or realization of undying during the death. You will be just born again and again. See the first level truth, which I told, that's the description of the scene where the face of Aghora, of Paramashiva, manifests Mahakala and like black holes swallowing the big bangs. Brahma's heads, Kalabhairava swallowing the Brahma Kapalas and making garland of Brahma's skulls for him. Understand, that is the most beautiful Dhyana sloka in English for Mahakala. If you have some photos released by NASA, how the black holes swallow the big bangs, just see exactly that indescribable way Mahakala with the Brahma Kapala malas, the skull garland of Brahma Kapalas, the multiple big bangs swallowed by the large black hole. But the big bangs are not dead. They are all there as garland, alive and more powerful, even to swallow Vishnu's chakra, Sudarshana chakra. See, Brahma is son of Vishnu. The sun's head, because it is owned by Paramashiva, is capable of even swallowing the father's weapon like a snack and keep it inside his teeth. So understand this whole. This visualization is from one plane, one zone, one time zone. And then the next story, Brahma Kapala eating the Vishnu Sudarshana. That is from another one vertical time zone, from another plane. The sheet kind of a thing, That is the 2D of the cosmic DNA. Please understand how an individual DNA looks in certain shape. Cosmic DNA looks in certain geometric form. That is what is called Sri Mandala, Sri Yantra. It is literally the shape in which the cosmic DNA is seen. And the cosmic DNA, that Sri Mandala, it has many names: Sri Mandala, Sri Yantra, Sri Chakra. It is drawn in 2D form and installed as foundation. In this foundation, it is drawn in 2D form in pure copper sheet. And then the same thing is in 3D form above. In pure copper, made in pure copper as per Agama, but gold coated, the silver coated, specifically for those Tidiritya Devatas. See, there are different energies installed in this Meru. So, Devi is said to be residing on the top spot. It's called Nada Bindu, means the sound and the energy source. Nada means sound, Bindu means the source energy. Each of this mandala, it is a Nava Avarana, means 9 steps. In this Nava Avarana, each of this mandala, different deities, gods, devatas reside. Different energies are invoked. So now, there are 4 tubes associated to it. In that tube, literally, the Sadashiva manifested in powder form, means a certain powder component mixed as per agamic instruction, keeping the Haritaki as the base material. That powder is created, and that powder is energized with a high energy. So it carries and holds at least next 30 to 40 years very comfortably. Understand? The science of making the highest energy stay in matter is available only to Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Hinduism evolved this science. So this is the science based on which the deities are energized. It is called Prana Pratishta. See, if you convert blood into blood, it is digestion. Same way, converting the matter into energy is Prana Pratishta. Matter, you can breathe life into it. It can be energized. It can hold the energy. It can store the energy. It can radiate energy. The powder inside, technically, agamically, it is called Virya, equivalent to the cosmic energy. Sadashiva's space, energy is infused into that. And then there is a leaf called Pulluruvi, means it will not be born out of a seed like a usual birth. It is Amalotpava. It is called Amalotpava, means without any male component it will be born. Means the plant which grows in another one plant without a seed. Actually, this is where they took that concept of virgin birth. The source of the virgin birth idea is this Amalotpava. A plant which is Amalotpava, in English you use the word parasite. I don't have any other equivalent English word, but in Tamil we use the word Pulluruvi. In Sanskrit, Amalotpava Vriksha. The Agama uses the word Amalotpava, means that plant will not grow from the ground. It will grow from another branch of the plant. It will grow on the plant without a seed, means on the neem tree, bale tree will be growing. On the bale tree, sandal tree will be growing. That Amalotpava leaf is powerful enough to be programmed, means any Satya Sankalpa can be programmed into that leaf, and that leaf will hold that energy and make that into reality, because this plant itself manifested its reality without any external help. It can make whatever you want into reality without external help. It's a very powerful programming material, means matter on which you can do the programming, any spiritual programming, just like writing software. This is the base material. So we have like that 18 trees in our campus, Amalotpava, where I'll tell them to take you guys and show you, where the bale tree grows from neem tree, not in corner and all, it's a straight branch. No way the seed can be stored, nothing is available, mud or nothing is available for a seed to sprout. Just from one branch the tree will be growing, another tree will be growing, and that leaf is programmed and Jnananjana is added. All that is kept in each of this tube, which is gold plated, made in pure copper and gold plated, and all of them are tied together in a thread called Panchavarana, means 5-color thread, which represents 5 different circuits happening in our system. See, this is almost like a living being. So these threads are the nervous system. These threads are the nervous system, the physical circuit, physiological circuit, psychological circuit, neurological circuit, and energy, Kundalini circuit. So this 5 is represented by this Panchavarana. I will also give you the original verses out of which this product is evolved, which it is made, and then 3 Garbha is kept inside this Sri Chakra. If you shake, you will see 3 inside. 3 is kept inside, representing the cosmic Brahmanda Yoni, the cosmic womb, muscle memory, biomemory, and bioenergy of the Adi Shakti. This whole thing represents cosmic mother in 2D and 3D form, and it is made to reverberate with 16 sounds. There are 16 sounds of cosmos. It's called primordial sound. When Adi Shakti manifested, the sound she created becomes the Bija mantra to reach her, seed mantra, seed syllable to reach her.
பவளமே வைரமே பொன்னே புகழ் சேர் பொன்மலையே சோதி வடிவான ரூபனே என் குருநாதா என் குருநாதா என் குருநாதா அஞ்ஞான கடல் நீங்கி எனக்கு ஆத்ம ஞானம் அளிப்பாய் குருநாதா நித்யானந்தா ஆத்ம ஞானம் அளிப்பாய் நித்யா கொண்டு கங்கை முடிக்கொண்டு நர்த்தனம் புரியும் ஈசனே சுடலை புடி பூசி புடுக்கை தனை ஏந்தும் காலனே புடி தோலனே விழிகால் உள்ள முறைகின்ற மதுரை மாநகரின் ராசனே இன்னல்களை கலைந்து இன்பங்களை அளிக்கும் சுந்தர வடமணி நேசனே ஞாயிறு திங்கள் நித்த முறைகின்ற செவ்விழி கொண்ட செல்வனே சொக்கனே எந்த சோமனே ஐயா சோதி வடிவான ரூபனே அடிமொழி காணா மலையே அகிலமும் போற்றிடும் ஐயனே நாதாவரணனே நால்வர் போற்றிட நயமுடனாடிடும் நாதனே ஆழ காலம் உண்டு ஆழம் காடுதடில் ஆனந்த நடமிடும் ஆதி செய்வனே மங்கையிடம் கொண்டு கங்கை முடி கொண்டு நர்த்தனம் புரியும் ஈசனே சுடலை முடி பூசி உடுகை ஏதும் காலனே புலி தோலனே மீனின் விழிகால் உள்ள முறைகின்ற மதுரை மாநகரின் ராசனே இன்னல்களை கலைந்து இன்பங்களை அளிக்கும் சுந்தர வடமணி நேசனே மங்கையவளிடம் கொண்டு நீயாடி வாடியாற்று இருவினைகள் தீர்த்தருளவே நித்யனே இடபத்தின் மேலேறிவா என்றென்றும் விரிசடை தானாடிட புவிதனில் சுந்தரனே நீயாடிவா தினமும் நீல் விசும்பு தந்தருளவே நேசனே மலனே நீயாடிவா இமையோர்கள் இன்னலை கலந்திடும் தேவா தேவாதி தேவா சதா சிவா பாபா குருவாக வந்து திருவருள் புரிவாய் நித்யானந்தனே முக்தி தரவாவா பிறவியில் உரைகின்ற பிரமணே நீயாடிவா மண்ணாய் உரைபவனே அப்பாய் காட்சி தரும் எங்கள் ஆணை காவலசே ஆதிகந்தமிலாத ஜோதியாய் அருணகிரி உரைநாதனே உலகிய கிடும் வாயு வடிவே காலகத்தி ஈசனே சொல்லுதிடத்தில்லை நகர்தனில் வானில் ஆடும் கூத்தனே பஞ்சபூதமும் நித்தம் பணியும் பரமனே பரமேசனே रचित नित्य वैभव गुप्त कैलैवासने ईशने सर्वेशने परमेशने जगदीशने नित्यने आनन्दने जीवने गुरुदेवने
Nityananda. Actually, Swamiji has revealed to all of us the most precious, the most profound of all, giving us all the experience of conscious sovereignty. Tomorrow, we're all going to be learning about one of the most important principles in life. We've learned about how you can be consciously sovereign. But how do you relate with others? How do you share this experience of conscious sovereignty? End of the day, we all work in, we share our life a lot in common with people around us, right? It can be our subordinates, our colleagues, our family, friends, and so on. Whether it's your personal family or whether it's your job at your workplace, where you have a goal and you have to work with the team to align to that goal. How do you do that exactly? How do you achieve and what is the right way to work with the team? How do you ensure that you're able to apply this oneness with the team? That is what we're going to be learning about tomorrow. We're going to be learning about the science of enriching, applied Advaita, how you can actually live, practice Advaita in your life. And tomorrow, we're also going to be learning about karma, how you can liberate yourself from karma and have a karmic breakthrough in life. What is karma? Does it really have such a huge role to play in life? You will find answers for all of them tomorrow. Please join us, especially if you have interest in learning about karma, if you want to know how to manage, how to work with a team and build a good rapport with the team, all of it you're going to be learning tomorrow. So please be there. We invite all of you to join us. The program starts at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with yoga. Please be there. And you can join us for the yoga, then the power manifestation, and through the day. And tomorrow we'll be having some important initiations as well. So please do not miss. Please join us. We thank all of you for taking out your time, for being with us here today. Hope you all enjoyed your program today. This brings us all to the conclusion of our day today. And let us conclude with Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nityananda Paramashrupadukarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you all, Nityanandam. Thank you so much for joining.